Hello everybody, happy Facebook Friday. I am 5 minutes late today. I don't do late. I don't like to be late, so that is freaking me out, and I'll tell you why in just a second. I have a very good reason, but I know some of you are like, where is she? She's always on time, and I like to be on time. Okay, good. Here we go. Hopefully you guys didn't give up on me. I ordered nothing but cake for my daughter at college. They have a cookie butter little buntlet, and I bought one for my daughter here yesterday, and I was like, I should send one to Emma because she loves cookie butter. So yesterday I scheduled it, and she gets out of class at 1:30, so it was like 2 o'clock, and then I realized that's Facebook Live, and if they try to contact me, they won't be able to talk to me. So of course they're calling me right at, or she's calling me right at 1:59. I'm trying, they couldn't find her dorm. Anyway, that's why I'm late. I was trying to direct the Uber driver delivering nothing but bundt cake to my daughter in Lubbock. If you have a nothing bundt cake in your area, right now they have a cookie butter buntlet. This sounds ridiculous. A cookie butter buntlet through the 10th, and it is delicious. Let me see. She just texted me. Let me make sure she got it. Okay, good. She got it. Why I chose 2 o'clock on Friday, I have no idea. It's so dumb. I should have known better. Okay, you guys, since we're really late, I'm going to switch you around. Put on my glasses, switch you around. I had an eye appointment yesterday. I need better glasses. She told me my eyes have decided to get old, just like the rest of me. I need better glasses. I need glasses that I wear all day, basically. What do they call those? Transitional. Ooh, look, my lens is dirty. Okay, hold on. Let's clean that. It's, you know, when you're talking on your phone and you get makeup on your lens, that does not make for a very good Facebook Live. Let's see, is that better? Oh, I hope this isn't a sign of what today's going to be like. Crazy town. That's what we're living, crazy town. Okay, hello, everybody. It was a drama-filled 5 minutes, but we're back. We're good. Dealing with Uber delivery drivers in Lubbock. Okay, you guys, I hope you had a good week. Let me zoom in so you don't see all my junk. Let's see, how does that look? I don't want you to see my shoes either. That's not, nobody wants to see that. Okay, that looks pretty good like that. Okay. Nancy, everything goes downhill at 45. I mean, the minute I turned 45, and my husband too, we both are having all the same aging issues, it seems like. Okay, let me run through the things I have to tell you. So many things up here for me to show you today. And I have a stack like this of birthday cards that you guys sent me that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to wait till next week because I have too much. We'll be here for an hour if I show you everything today, okay? So I'm going to save that. Today is Fright night, 3 more Halloween projects. This time we do have a card and 2 treat holders, okay? So we'll get to that in a minute. I have to first tell you about the starter kit. The starter kit, okay, I don't like the way this is looking. The starter kit, you guys, is usually $99 and you get $125 in product. In October, all month, you actually have 2 options. And it's so funny because everybody thought this was a typo when it first came out, and it is not a typo. Option 1 is they're both fabulous. It just depends on what you're looking for. Option 1 is only $35. You can get the starter kit for $35. You get $125 in product. That is crazy, crazy. We've never had anything like this. Or if you want to spend $99, you get $189 worth of products. Okay, so this or that, which one do you think is the better deal? I think they're both amazing. Just depends. I think this is a good deal if you've been a demonstrator in the past and you miss it and you want to come back and you don't necessarily need, I know that's a funny word when it comes to all of this. You don't need a bunch of stuff, although don't we all? Or maybe you're on a tight budget, but you really want to take advantage of this deal. This is the deal for those of us with a wish list a mile long, $189. So $99, you get $189. I don't know. I mean, if I was to buy the starter kit today, I would probably do this one. I couldn't walk away from that much more free stuff. It feels like a lot. I mean, I haven't done the math, but I don't know. It just feels like it's better. Okay, so just wanted you to know that's the whole month. One of the things you can, when you pick out your product, you can pick out anything you want. Anything you want that's in the current catalogs or the online exclusives or even on the last chance list. One of those things includes this, the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. This is $99. And okay, close your eyes if you get mad about any kind of sneak peek. I'm not going to show you what's inside the doors, but I'm going to open it up and you're going to see the doors, and the doors have been opened. So, I mean, you never know what could happen. Something could fall out, okay? Something could fall out. So just hold on. Let's take a look. Ready? This is what it looks like on the inside. I opened all the doors today because I am part of a group that's putting together a free PDF that has 12 projects, one for each day, using the products that you get each day. My days were number 3 and number 9. I designed a card for this day and this day. So just letting you know, if you buy the Advent calendar from me, you get that. You're going to get that PDF for free at the end of October. We're still working on it, so it won't be ready till the end of October. If you buy this as part of your starter kit on my team, just to let you know, everybody on my team, or my, no, let me back up. Everybody who buys a starter kit from me, that's my first level downline. Everybody in my first level downline always gets my PDFs for free. So if you were on my team when this PDF became available, then you would get it. Okay? We have a team blog that has all my PDFs on it, and that's a perk of joining my team. You always get my PDFs for free. So just to let you know, whether you buy it outright for $99 or you add it to your starter kit, you would have access to that PDF for free. Okay? I'm not giving it to anybody who buys the starter kit and adds this as a starter kit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people on my team get my PDFs for free always. And this PDF isn't even ready yet. It will be added to our team blog either end of October, beginning of November. Just a caveat, just letting you know I'm following the rules. People are always getting like, ooh, she's breaking the rules. No, I'm not offering that. I knew when I said it, someone was going to be like, oh my gosh. No. I'm just telling you what a perk of being on my team is. There are other perks of buying the starter kit. You get the free stuff. You then get a discount, or it's a 20% discount on your own purchases, or a 20% income off the things that you sell. Then you get to be a part of the early access to catalogs, all of that from Stampin' Up, and then part of my team. Being part of my team means we have monthly meetings on Facebook. We have monthly swaps. We have monthly creative challenges. We have monthly prizes. We have all kinds of things. So that is an added fun thing that you get to do if you buy the starter kit from me. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so anyway, I just wanted to give you a look of the Advent calendar, whether you buy it outright, like I said, $99, or you add it to your starter kit. That makes it a really good deal. Okay, and that's that is the stamp set that it comes with. See how messy I am? I just throw them back in there like that to a double, they call that a double stamp set. Anyway, okay, so that's available while supplies last, until it's gone. And I have no idea when that'll be. This month's All-Star Tutorial Video PDF class, whatever we call it, features fall projects using the Gathering Together suite of products. Beautiful, beautiful. This is my project right here. Everybody who spends $50 with me this month earns this for free. So just know that if you shop with me and you spend over $50, I will email it to you for free. It's also available in my PDF store for $15. Okay. All right. There's that. They're all videos, by the way. They're typed measurements and supplies, and then links to video for each one. Club Create. The deadline for Club Create October is on Tuesday. This month we are making 5 Christmas cards using the Ornamental Christmas Bundle or the Modern Christmas Suite. It's an online exclusive. You can find it online. It's beautiful. This is what your Club Create kit looks like. When it comes to you, it's in this little like plastic envelope for storage. You get about $25 in product. You might get a half or a quarter pack of designer series paper, a bolt of ribbon, some embellishments. So you'll have extras to make more than the 5 little kits that I send you, little 5 project kits that I send you. If you stay in Club Create for 6 months, on the 6th month, you get a product bonus from me of $25. Basically on your 6th month, I email you and say, what would you like for me to order for you? Where's $25? I'm going to put it in your 6th Club Create kit. Okay, so that is that. It's $45. That includes shipping, a video, and a PDF. There is a link to subscribe at the top of my blog. I think it's linked in the video as well. Next month, November's kit, I finished it. It's ready to go. Peace on Earth is the bundle, and they're all fun folds. The great thing about Peace on Earth is that it's not necessarily a Christmas set. So these cards could be Christmas, but most of the sentiments are not Christmas. Heartfelt prayers, big hugs for a good friend, peace, love, and joy. So you'll be getting this Club Create kit won't ship until late November. So you'll get it probably the end of November, early December, and you may save it for after Christmas because it's not necessarily not specifically Christmas. Of course, you could use it as Christmas, Peace on Earth. That would be a Christmas sentiment. But anyway, the subscription period for this one opens up on Wednesday, and the PDF/video for this will be available in my PDF store. I'm starting that day as well. If you're already in Club Create, don't worry, just do nothing and your subscription will roll on, and this will be your kit after October. This will be the November kit. If you are not in Club Create, you can subscribe for this one beginning on Wednesday. If you don't want this one and you want this one, wait at least until Wednesday, because if you subscribe now, this will be your first kit. Okay. All right. So there's the details on that. Earlier in the week, I opened up registration for my Christmas retreat to go this year. It features Jolly Delivery. My Christmas retreat is the biggest thing I do all year. It is to go. Darn it, I messed that up. Let's see. I'm trying to get it straight. I need to get a background that doesn't have lines on it, and then I don't have to worry about that. What was I saying? Christmas retreat to go. It has 10 projects. It'll have a whole bunch of new product in it, like pack of paper, ribbon, all kinds of stuff. And it'll have treats, things that I've made for you, things that I've ordered for you, special little fun treats, okay? So thanks, Susan. I'm glad you signed up. This sells out every year. This year we are about a little over halfway sold out already. So if you want this, make sure you look at it. I will add the link when I'm done to the video description. But if you just go to pinkbuckaroo.com and go back a couple of posts, you'll see the details on that. The PDF and nope, it's just the PDF. I believe the PDF is already at my PDF store, right? I think it is, yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's that, and that's available until it sells out. Okay, now here's the thing I gave you guys a sneak peek of yesterday. I had hoped to have it listed and open for registration today, but I didn't get to it. I will try to get to that this weekend. I'm just trying to finalize the PDF. This is the Gathering Moments Class to Go, and it's a mini album and 5 cards. Great for fall. It will ship. There's only like a 2-week turnaround on this. I just have run out of time to get all of these things out early. So anyway, if you want something fall related, this little mini album is great for photos and for memories. There is a video for the mini album and then a PDF for the mini album and the cards. All right, so I will email everybody and post it everywhere as soon as it's open for registration. But just to let you know, this is what it'll look like when it comes. All right, you're going to get a lot of product. You're going to get 2 half packs of paper, the 2 bolts of linen thread, half a pack of the dots, and then the 6 projects and everything you need to make the mini album as well. Okay, I really love this one. I had this idea in my brain for weeks and weeks, and I just could not find the time to get it done. And this week I like locked myself in here with no interruptions and got it done. So it'll be open for registration in the next few days. All right. Okay, and then last but not least, I just wanted to touch again on the kits that I showed you sneak peek last week. These kits, oh, this tickle in my throat. These kits are available now. This one is called the Calm and Bright kit, and it is gorgeous. Anything with pink in it, I love, especially Christmas. I like pink at Christmas, which I didn't used to. I used to be a traditionalist, but now I like it. It's really pretty. So that one is 9 cards, and this is a little bit of work, this kit. It's not super easy like some of the kits. So just to let you know, if you're looking for something that's a little, you know, a little more challenging. I mean, I wouldn't say it's difficult, but there is stamping involved and a lot of little pieces. So it is gorgeous, and it is one of my favorite kits. Marcia, 84 in Michigan. That sounds unacceptable. That sounds very warm for you guys. That sounds warm. This is the cute little Nutcracker tags kit. I love this kit. This is a very easy kit. No stamping, just assembling. And there's a lot of 3D elements, a lot of punching. This one, you even like pop up his beard. Look at these, all 3 of them. I forgot, I was thinking it was all 3. It was only this guy, but you pop up their little beards, which are so cute. Anyway, this one's available in our kit section. It's called the Nutcracker Tags Kit. Okay, so just to remind you guys that they are now available. Okay. Whew. We did it. Where's my Diet Coke? It ran away. I need a drink. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hopefully you guys had a good week. We had a good week. The girls went back to school. Look how crooked we are. Okay, let's see. We need to come down over here. Let's see. Okay, just like that. The 2 big girls went back to school, so it was quiet. The kitty came to visit. Hold on, let me get everything. My daughter's cat came, and it was mass chaos. The dogs were not having it. They absolutely were like, this is our mortal enemy. And we are not happy that this cat is here. And the poor cat was so sweet and just wanted to play with them. But every time the cat would move, they would just go right out like you know, like the instinct would kick in, and they would have to like attack it. So it was a stressful, chaotic weekend with the cat, but luckily everyone survived. And I don't know if the cat's ever going to be able to visit without mass chaos. Maybe when he's bigger, because he's pretty small. He's a pretty small kitten. Okay, before we get started, I forgot to do prizes. Let's go backwards, rewind. Amy Luna, you are the winner from last week. Thank you for sharing the video. Amy, I'm going to send you that. Please email me your mailing address. What is going on with my throat? I wasn't coughing all day until now. This is one of my favorite bundles. We're going to do this next week for Facebook Friday. We're going to do the fluffy squirrels. And then the week after, we're going to use this beautiful pumpkin. So Amy, thanks for sharing the video. I appreciate it. Let me know where to send your prize. Next week, I'm going to give away the Autumn Trees bundle. So I'll just pick somebody either from Facebook or YouTube and at random who shares the video. And I will send this to them. Yay, Amy, there you are. Good. Thank you so much. It's a very good bundle. I actually really, really love it. Okay, if you have not joined us for Facebook Friday before, yes, I'm a mess, and that's how it goes around here. So, you know, it's like crazy town. But if you like cute Halloween projects, stick around. Make sure you go to pinkbuckaroo.com. I've got a free PDF for you. It has today's 3 projects, 3 of the things that I told you about. It has the measurement supply list. You can print it, save it, do whatever you want with it. It's free. And then if you really like the projects and you want me to send you a kit that looks like this, just make sure you're order, you put in an order, anything, you can order anything you want, as long as it's over $50 before shipping and handling and after you use any Stampin' Rewards. And I will send you our kit from today. This is what it looks like. You will need to do your own stamping. I don't do any stamping. I do make you a little thank you tag, but everything else is on you. I die cut, not everything else. All the other stamping is your responsibility. I do the die cutting for you. You will need, for this week's, you will need the Fright Night dies and stamps. Let me tell you, last week's Facebook Friday, we used the Fright Night dies. And then so I had to cut those for those kits and they took me forever. Those little spider webs took me forever. But this week, because it's the product focus, I am saying that you will need these dies and stamps to make your projects. I am using a couple other stamps today and I'll show you as we go. But you, of course, can always substitute what you have. Okay, so this is our first little box. This bundle has these 2 large images right here with the matching dies. And I actually have ordered an extra set of these dies because I love these labels so much. I've been using them a ton. And I like to have extra dies because I cut class kits. That makes it go by faster. Anyway, if I order an extra set, that means I really like them. So these are great, these 2 label dies right here. And we're gonna use them on all 3 projects. Why am I short of breath? I don't know. I'm just so excited about the Halloween projects. Okay, let me show you how this box opens. It's just a little hinged box like that. Okay, and the candy, that's all I was gonna say, the candy is just from a giant candy bag, you know, that you get for trick-or-treaters. The Whoppers fits, the Kit Kat fits, and I've made this little box before, and the little Twix will fit also, but my bag didn't have Twix in it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because if it did have Twix in it, I would probably be eating them. I love Twix. All right, let me get my Simply Scored and we'll make the box first. We are gonna use Gorgeous Grape. I love Gorgeous Grape and I don't use it very often, so during Halloween I like to use it, and I just got makeup on it. I don't know why I have makeup on my hands. Okay, anyways, let's see if we make that, if we score it like that, that'll be the outside, so let's score it like this. Gorgeous Grape, 3 by 9. On the short side, you are going to score it at 1 and 2. Remember, these measurements are on the PDF, so you can print that, save it, and you'll have them. You don't have to write it down on a piece of paper that you're going to lose, because I always lose the pieces of paper that I write those measurements down on. I don't know about you guys. All right, on the long side, 1 and 4 and 5 and 8. All right, this is an easy box. We've made this box before in a different setting. I can't remember. I know it was part of a Valentine's class one time, but this time we're using it behind our little labels. All right, so burnish your lines, then get your scissors, and we're going to cut up that score line and cut that corner off. All right, cut up this the score lines along the long side, and on this one just cut off the right corner. All right, down here on this side, cut up and cut the corner off. Now you're going to flip it and do exactly the same thing on the other side. Cut, 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 and snip, and then cut and snip. Okay, so there is your box. And we're going to use liquid glue. You can use whatever adhesive you want, but I just like liquid glue for my boxes. We are hot here in South Texas. Usually we have had some cold front situation happen briefly by this point. By no means is it ever cold here by now, but usually we've gotten a little taste. This year we have not. All right, you're gonna fold these in and then fold the sides up and fold this side up. I don't know about you guys where you live, but hopefully you have some fall weather. These two I'm going to fold up into this side. I'm starting to get a little ticked off about it, honestly, because it's hot, like hot, hot. All right, fold this in on the other side, matching those edges. And use your little clothespins to hold it in place. All right, and there's your box. It looks like some kind of, I don't know, something weird, but we're gonna make it into a little box. When we take all those clothespins off, you'll see exactly what it's supposed to look like. All right, hi Denise, hi Anne-Marie. Oh, you guys are watching together, that's so fun. Isn't it hot, ladies, here in South Texas? So hot. So hot. I have a pool, but I don't want to use it. I only want to use it in the summer. I want to be nice and like needing long sleeves by now. But yeah, right. Not around here. Okay. I am using my stamp positioning tool on this because honestly, it's just easier. I want to make sure that I stamp it really well. And with my stamp positioning tool, I can just stamp it twice. We don't sell this anymore. I know, it's very sad. Did I clean this the last time I used it? Let's see. Yes. But it's not necessary. If you don't have a stamp positioning tool, just make sure that your stamp is inked up nice and juicy. Okay, Versamark. And I used my embossing buddy to release any static because there's a lot of real estate here with this stamp. There's a lot. And we want to make sure, hopefully, let's get all of this out of here, that our embossing, let's take these off, we don't need this right now, that our embossing granules only stick where we want them. All right, I'm going to use black embossing powder. Do you guys use your black embossing powder very often? I feel like I don't. Ooh, look, that is perfect. Now, I do want to give you a little bit of caution. You see the cat right there? See how it looks like it didn't ink very well or it didn't ink all the way? That's actually how it's supposed to look. These are like kind of distressed images. So if you ink yours up and it looks wrong, just go look at the stamp case at the original artwork and you'll see that it is supposed to be that way. It took me about 3 or 4 times trying to stamp it right before I realized that that's the way it was supposed to be. All right, with your heat tool, go along and make sure you're kind of going from side to side, making sure you're getting all of the image. Because like I said, there is so much here, you could easily miss. Like down here, I missed that bottom edge. And one way you can tell is to take your paper and kind of go like this and see if it's shiny. All right, looks good. If you happen to have any of that white residue from the embossing buddy left over, you can take a clean blending brush and wipe that away. Okay, we're gonna cut this out, but we're also going to cut out a spider web and a spider and the sentiment. So let's stamp that. I honestly didn't know what color to cut out the spider with. I was like, well, I would think a spider is black, but if the spider web is black, then it's not going to stand out. So I went with silver foil. And I actually am using some retired silver foil that I didn't realize was retired. It's a textured foil. But anyways, silver foil would work well. Now, who said it was 98 in Illinois? Nancy, that seems inappropriate. Honestly, the weather needs to get its act together. 98 in October in Illinois. Shouldn't you be nice and like fallish there in Illinois? I feel like that is very inappropriate. How dare Mother Nature. All right, I am taping down my label here because my paper is warped from the heat. So you want to make sure that it's not going to move. Okay. And let's see how many of these things we can get loaded up on here. Let me get in the frame so you guys can actually see. My camera is very off today. I don't know, it's just, I can't get it in the right position. One spider web, one silver foil spider, one little banner. Love the banner, perfectly shaped for the sentiment. I'm actually going to take my spider web and turn it upside down. It will cut better this way. When you have a die that has a whole lot of cutting surfaces, a lot of edges that need to be cut, sometimes those in the middle don't cut very well. So if you turn it upside down like this, it cuts beautifully. And these things, let me tell you, when you cut 40 spider webs, these things are everywhere. I'm still finding them. On Monday, I cut a bunch of spider webs and they are everywhere. All right, little silver spider. Do I have any people who hate spiders? I don't mind spiders. You guys know what I don't like. I will tell you that I found another scorpion on the floor of my kitchen today. It was half dead. Tucker was playing with it. I don't know if he killed it or if the expensive pest control that we pay for that is supposed to prevent them from ending up in our house killed it. But either way, I'm not a fan. If there was a stamp set that had a scorpion in it, I would not buy it. So if you have, what do they call it, arachnophobia, and you don't like spiders, then I apologize. You can skip that part of the project. Yes, Debbie, snakes are my mortal enemy. Yes, and we will not talk about them because it's this time of the year that they like to come visit me. And we don't want to bring that bad mojo. We don't want to bring that bad mojo in, inviting it in, so let's not discuss it. But yes, that is number one on my do not like list for sure. Okay, have you guys used our black dimensionals? They're just like our other dimensionals, but they're black. So when you have black paper like this, it helps to hide the adhesive. Okay, now this is white, so I'll just go back to my white dimensionals. Some people, but paper and stamps are okay. Okay, so Kathy, that's good. Some people are like deathly afraid of spiders. And mad respect to you guys, I get it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it right here. That's how it's going to be held on, okay? And so then we need to put another dimensional right here next to it. All right, and then we'll put this right across there like that. And then our little spider, he's a little shiny spider. My husband says snakes are good. They have good purposes. They eat the rodents and the lizards and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't mind rodents and lizards near as much as I mind those other creatures we will not talk about. Denise, we think we had hogs in our yard yesterday. You guys, we have feral hogs in Texas that destroy yards, and we think we had some in our yard. Not yesterday, but in the last few days. We haven't had them since we moved here. Yeah, there's a big torn up area in our yard. All right, put your goodies in there. You might even be able to fit you could fit 2 Twix, but not 2 Whoppers. They're too fat. All right. Close that down like that. There's your little, it reminds me of like a lipstick box. Like you could put lipstick in there. How about we use, let's see, if the Stamp and Seal Plus is going to do what I want it to do. Oh, look at that. Stamp and Seal Plus is very strong, but it's so strong that it'll tear some of the papers, and it frustrates me. But I think I have a heavy hand, and I think that's the problem. All right, so lay that down in the middle. Press in that adhesive. Yeah, Darcy, me too. Ugh. All right, and then we'll put a little bit right there. And then I'm not worried about it being lined up perfectly because it's just gonna sit flat like that. But then you just put it right there. So just make sure it's not sticking out, and then it opens like that. Isn't that fun? And I feel like this is a pretty easy box. And if you're gonna make a bunch, you could, if you wanted to simplify this project, you could just stamp them in black, like Stays On or Memento Black. I would probably use Stays On. Yes, Denise, you had your entire front yard turned over a few years ago. Oh my gosh. Well, weirdly, it was all in the mulch area, which made me think it was an armadillo. But it was really like turned over, like more than what an armadillo would do. So I don't know. Don't y'all want to move to Texas? These are the things we deal with. Yes, Denise, I know, and they are beautiful in your yard, those flagstones. Okay, what do you guys think? Easy project. You could change the colors if you don't want to do the gorgeous grape. Do pumpkin pie, do gray, whatever you want. But buy a giant bag of candy and you will be making these. You'll be able to make a ton of them, okay? All right, there's our first project, done. Now our second project, let me just clean up a tad here. The second project is a card. We didn't do a card last week, and you know, some of you like to send a Halloween card. I hear that from you guys. Like for grandkids, especially if you have grandkids, I know a lot of you like to send cards to your grandkids, and I think that is just really sweet. Why do I have two card bases here? I don't know. Well, we'll see. Do I need it for something else? I don't know. All right, do we need this? No, we don't need that, so let me move. You have armadillos in Tennessee? Oh, really? Why did I think that we have, like, we own the armadillos in Texas? I don't know, in my mind, I had no idea there were armadillos in Tennessee. Wow. Okay, I am also using, so we're gonna use the Trick or Treat, and we're gonna use the other big label right here. We're going to use this guy, this little jack-o'-lantern situation right here from Party Celebrations. This is a fun stamp set, like if you were a beginner or you needed something that went across all the holidays. You've got fall, you've got Halloween, you've got Christmas, and then I really love this image right here, the little grid image there. Then and you probably can't see it, but you'll see it. Well, let me show you inside. I've got some candy corn. We're going to make a little candy corn pattern back here with a little candy corn stamps right there. Okay, that one's called Sweet Halloween. This one is actually, I think, designed for scrapbooking, but it's not just for scrapbooking, right? I mean, it can be obviously for anything. Okay, I've done some of the work ahead of time. Let me turn this over, and we're going to use this as our grid paper. You need a Petunia Pop Spotlight on Nature. I'm missing something. A Spotlight on Nature circle. And then cut 4 of these boos out. If you didn't notice, I've stuck them together to make them look kind of thick, like chipboard. And I had cut 4, and I don't know, maybe I didn't cut the 4th one. That's okay, we can just go with 3. Then we're going to do a silver foil spider web. We're going to stamp our sentiment again, Trick or Treat. We're going to stamp that in Gorgeous Grape. Let's go ahead and do that. And there are 3 sentiments in this stamp set that could follow this curvy label. You could do Trick or Treat, Happy Halloween, or Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. This little texture stamp right here is this one right here from Fright Night, and we're just going to stamp that all over the edge of our Petunia Pop circle in Petunia Pop. I don't really think you need to go further than that because we're going to cover most of it up. Okay? Then, and you know what I think I should have, will I be able to fit this, I don't know, I may have stamped that too low. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. This card has a lot of moving parts, a lot of things. Okay, now let's do a candy corn, because this is my favorite part of this card, honestly, the little candy corns. I'm going to stamp them in Timid Tiger. This is just a strip of Timid Tiger ink on Timid Tiger cardstock. I'm going to take Timid Tiger Light, and I'm going to color in the middle of each one. And every year, when it comes around to Halloween and I have a candy corn stamp or I'm making something candy corn-ish, I can never remember the order of the colors. So again, I had to look it up. It's white on top, and then orange in the middle, and then yellow on the bottom. So I can never, it's one of those things I can never remember. Same with the acorn. I can never remember if the top of the acorn is supposed to be dark or if it's supposed to be light. Have to look that one up too. Now I want you to look. I have this card and I don't know where the other one went. This is not, oh, let's see. Is it right here? Hold on. Yep, here it is. Okay. Here is the original, and this is such a minor detail. On this one, I only colored, well, it looks like I already messed it up. I colored the bottom and left the middle just the Timid Tiger color, and then did the top white. Here, I did the yellow and then the Timid Tiger and the white. I don't know, it's in the background. You probably could just not even color it if you wanted. You could just stamp it and that would be enough. But, you know, I am not known for my simplistic card making ideas. I like to just go a little bit overboard on everything. So if you want to make this, you can just leave the colors off. You could just do one color. You know, I think it's up to you. How many details do you want to do? I am using dark Daffodil Delight. Isn't it yellow on the bottom or is yellow in the middle? Now I'm like, which way is it? I looked it up originally, and so I would feel like that one would be right. Whatever. Not all candy corn is made the same, right? We're all unique. If we want to switch our colors one way or the other, that's fine. Scorpions in Florida. Yes, Carol. Ugh. Scorpions, if you've ever been stung by a scorpion, it is the worst. It feels, I've been stung just once. Have I told you guys this story? It was when I was first married. We had just moved back to San Antonio, so maybe it was like our second year. And I had come home from school and changed my clothes. I laid my jeans across the bathtub, and my dogs needed to go out. So I went back, got the jeans, put them back on, went out to the front yard. And while they had been laying there on the edge of the bathtub, a scorpion had climbed into them. So when I put them on, the thing didn't sting me, of course, until I'm standing out in the front yard with my dogs. And it's in my pants, on my thigh, stinging me over and over again. And so I'm having to collect my dogs, which of course were not listening to me, bring them back in the house, and then immediately rip the jeans off, and I was stung bad. And it feels like a cigarette burn. If you've ever been stung, I know that's dating myself too probably, but if you've ever been burnt by the end of a cigarette, which I always say to them, I can't even remember if I've been burnt by the end of a cigarette. I don't know, but that's what it feels like. Maybe someone told me that's what that pain is like. It's horrible. By the way, this is like Wild America. When you come here, you get lessons on all kinds of critters you didn't know you needed to learn about. This is a white gel pen. I have it linked on today's blog post if you need it. It's the worst, awful pain. My husband, when he got stung, it was in that same house too that he got stung. His whole mouth went numb, like, you know, like he'd been at the dentist for like the whole day. So he had some kind of crazy reaction to the scorpion. Oh, awful, awful, awful. Okay, back to what we're doing. Now you guys really want to come to Texas. Just don't lay your pants across the edge of the bathtub or on the floor. Where's my, oh, right here. That's how I ended up with a scorpion in my bed, is I had laid the pillows on the floor. It was inside the pillow. Talk to Texans. We all have scorpion stories. Lisa, I feel like I probably have too, but I can't even remember when that would have been. Okay, let's see. Do I have enough room for this? I do not. Okay, we're going to have to use this one. This is the one I did for the inside of the card. You know what? Let's do it like this. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to salvage this piece of cardstock so that we can use it. Let's get it on here. Like this. Like that. Joan, that's exactly how I felt the day that we have scorpion in our bed. That's exactly how I felt. I'm looking for my Memento ink, and it is not here. Didn't I already use it? Has it disappeared? Did the scorpion carry it off? Hold on. Let me grab another one. Who knows where it went? Okay, we're going to ink this one up in Memento Black. Stays On would be good. Stays On is good when you're using red rubber too. But Memento is totally fine. All right, right here. We all have these horror stories of things in our area, I'm sure. I know. They're so bad. So bad. And they're just creepy. They're just creepy, creepy, creepy. When we first moved into this house, my husband was out of town and the girls were here. And I can't remember, it was like a late Friday night. We were doing something in the kitchen and they started screaming that there was a scorpion. Granted, this was just 2 years ago. They're teenagers. And I got, for whatever reason, the pizza cutter and just cut its tail off. I was like, not on my watch, Mr. Scorpion. Instead of stomping on it with my foot, that was the path I chose. Not sure why. Maybe we had pizza. I don't know. But I was like, you're not gonna do that around here, sir. Weird. I know, weird. Strange. Yes, Jean. I'm sure you've got something in Oregon that is bad, right? Something that is stinging. Like something that's equally bad, maybe? I don't know. I can't think of anything that would be equally bad up there. Ugh. When you live near the desert, these are the prices you pay. These are the prices you pay. All right, there we've got that one. And it's a little bit off-centered, but we're going to pretend like it's perfect. Because I've just been talking so much, we're not even learning card making today. We're just learning about scorpions and spiders and snakes. It's Halloween season. Scorpion in her bed. Oh. You know, my mother-in-law had a scorpion in her bed many, many years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I can't think of anything worse. And then what did I find in my bed? They fall down. Normally, if you have one in your bed, it's because your bed is under an air conditioning vent. And they have fallen down out of the air conditioning vent. But mine, we think, was in a pillow. Okay, enough about scorpions. Let me tell you what we're doing. So, I really think you should have 4 of these. For some reason, I only have 3 of them. Not sure why. So we'll just go with 3. 3 is fine too. We're just going to make it a little bit thicker than normal. I've cut them all out with adhesive sheets on the back. And then I'm just going to stack them up. How many of you, look, this one didn't even get the full adhesive treatment. That's all right. It's enough. How many of you have been around since, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years ago when we were all heavy into scrapbooking and we were using thickers, the letter stickers. Do you guys remember? They were real thick. I loved them. I had a ton of them. That's what this is. That's the inspiration. So it would look kind of like a thicker. Kimberly, exactly. Oh my. All right, I'm going to take Wink of Stella and just jazz it up a little bit. Let's jazz it up. Wink of Stella is such a nice little invention. You can add sparkle and glitter to your project without making a mess and wearing the glitter for the rest of the day. All right, I think we've got all of our pieces. I'm gonna turn that. I don't like that it's off-centered, but you know what? Handmade isn't perfect. It's just not. You remember Thickers? Yes. Thickers were not a Stampin' Up! Product, although Stampin' Up! May have carried them. I would get them at, you know, the craft store. And they were awesome. All right, this may be a little bit too long. Let's trim it. All right, we'll put this here, and then I'm gonna take this and we're gonna do it like that, okay? And then we're gonna put this kind of at an angle. Oh, we forgot the cute little jack-o'-lantern. I need another piece of white since I used up all my white. Okay, let me grab another white. That piece is for the inside of the card. Can't use that. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. Let's make the little jack-o'-lantern. This little jack-o'-lantern is cute. He's like the perfect little jack-o'-lantern. We are using Timid Tiger. The reason I went with these colors, Timid Tiger and Petunia Pop, is because the Halloween paper that we used last week, Spooky Sweet, this is the colors from that. So I'm just like, I have it on my brain. This is the color combo I'm using. Little Pecan Pie stem. And then we need Memento Black again. Here it is. And then Denise says, I put glitter of an amazing birthday card to my brother. He hasn't talked to me in 2 months for that. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I love it. You know, that sounds like a perfect thing to do to a brother. I think that was the perfect idea. All right, now this one doesn't have dies, so you know what to do. Get your scissors, go along the outside, around and around and around and around. Did you guys see the pictures of my daughter's cat that I shared? He's very sweet. He was a sweet little kitty, just really sweet and calm. I haven't had a cat since I was a little kid, so it was fun to have him here. He's 3 months old, so the next time we see him, he'll be much bigger. I guess that will be Thanksgiving. We got to figure out how to get the dogs to not try to kill him every time he moves. That's a problem. I think when he's bigger, and he did, you know, like slap them a bunch. They were not deterred by that at all. And he really wasn't very scared of them. I feel like he needed to really, he hissed and told them what's up, but then he was also very curious. He wanted to like play with them. He was actually playing with under the door, his paw, and they were on the other side. And I don't know. If it was just one of them, they seemed to be okay. But when it was the two of them together, you know, like that pack mentality kind of kicked in. And they just were like, cat must die. And they would just try to just go after him. My poor daughter was like traumatized. I'm like, well, and you know, schnauzers are bred to sniff out rodents and like they're ratters basically, you know, like they sniff out rodents. So to me, I think their instincts were kicking in and they were like, oh, this is something that we're supposed to get. But what are you going to do? I don't know. I mean, I can't change their instincts. Yeah, he did have his claws out, and Tucker was afraid of him, but not enough to make them stop. I don't know. I think when he's bigger, he'll be able to defend himself. Okay, this is Christmas paper. Look at that. This is that modern Christmas paper. I love this paper a lot. That's why I chose it for Club Create this month. But the back side is black and white polka dot, perfect for Halloween, for anything really. You can use black and white for anything. And then we'll just put that right there. All right, and then for the inside, just get those candy corn again. And that was close. and then stamp them a couple of times. Now I'm not going to color them in just because it's already 3 o'clock and I've been talking a lot and slowing things down. So we'll just put it inside, but you guys can color them the same color. My son lost out on adopting the cat from his work. One of the granddaughters couldn't let it go. So Nancy, they did adopt it. Like he didn't want to adopt it and he lost. Is that what you're saying? Which is hilarious. Put our rot mix in her place. Rot mix is scared of him. Well, good. That's what I'm hoping will happen when little Link is a little bit bigger. Okay, there you go. A fun, little festive, cute Halloween card. What do you guys think? You could turn this into a treat box too. You could just put that on a treat box or make a tag out of it because it's big. That circle is big. Okay. All right. We are ready for our last project. My nose is getting kind of stuffy. I hope that doesn't mean I'm getting a cold all of a sudden. Oh, geez. I hate that. Don't you? I'm getting a cold. It's the worst. All right. Let me see if I'm missing any questions. Nope. Okay, good. All right. Last but not least is a box to hold our favorite white pumpkins. These are the Reese's. I believe this is from Walmart. It has 2 in there. My husband came in here 2 days ago and said he saw this sitting out and he said, "Ooh, what's that?" And I was like, "Not for you, sir. Not for you." And he was so mad. So I told him when I was done today, I would bring it in the house and he could eat it. These are his favorite. We all love Reese's around here, but he loves Reese's. He wanted to, but one of the granddaughters started crying and she took it. One last thing to remember Grandma by. Nancy, that's funny. Okay, to make our box, let's make our box first. Remember, measurements are on your PDF. 6 3/4 by 8 3/4. On the short side, we're going to score it at 7/8, 3 1/8, 4, and 6 1/4. This measured about 7/8 inches. That's why it's 7/8 instead of 1. I know it's kind of a weird measurement. Score the long side at 7/8 and 7 7/8. Okay. Again, with the Gorgeous Grate, you can change it if you want. Let's see. We're gonna burnish these lines. We've made this style of box before, but I designed it to fit this candy specifically. It would probably fit the other double, like the double Snickers, the double, what are they? Maybe the Twix that come in a package that's shaped like this. All right, on this side, we have a half inch. The first one was 7/8, and this second one is 7/8. This one over here is 1/2 inch. This is your tab that you're going to put adhesive on. So you want to cut off those tabs. And notice I kind of went in at an angle there. And then all you have to do is snip the score lines on the short side. My daughter too, I know we were talking about this last week, my daughter who is allergic to cats only had a few hives. Link hasn't started shedding yet, so I think that may be why, maybe because he's young, but she did pretty good. There was no need for inhaler or anything or allergy medicine, which was good. Okay, I put my adhesive on that 1/2 inch strip and we folded it over. She is allergic to cats, but is obsessed with cats. So she said it was worth her throat. It was worth her throat closing up if need be. That's what she said. Okay, close up that bottom side. She hasn't experienced that yet, so she doesn't know what she's talking about. Put in your candy, close the sides, the back, and the front. All right, let's put on the DSP, and then we'll tie the ribbon around to keep it closed. Again, I am using the Modern Christmas, as you can see, Designer Series paper. Then this is the celebratory Sips paper that came out in the annual catalog in the spring. And we're just going to center that right there. Now my ribbon, this is the ribbon that is in the It's called a starter pack of ribbon, and it's only $5. It has Misty Moonlight and Basic White ribbon, which is awesome. $5. You only get 5 yards on each roll, I believe. It's a smaller roll of ribbon, but it's at a pretty affordable, maybe it's 3 yards. It's not very much, but if it's just for your personal use, for crafting, you will get a lot out of it. All right, so we've made our box. Now, I've done the stamping ahead of time because I knew that we would be running short on time. I stamped this again, and then I stamped this in black, Memento Black, and then this one on, this one is in Timid Tiger. And we're gonna take the Timid Tiger one. I feel like I'm missing something. Granddaughters, we had to come here. Who had a granddaughter? So we had to come here to count her toes. Jenny, that's so exciting. I'm like, so, comments are blowing up. Something is happening. That is so exciting. That is so exciting. I can't wait for that. I mean, I can wait for it, but I also can't wait for it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut out these words like that, okay? Eek. Actually, it wasn't eek. Nope, that was the one I thought I needed, but I didn't. So don't cut that one. That was just a practice. Cut out October 31, okay? We're gonna do eek in a different way. And then do boo. I was distracted by Jenny's grandchild. How exciting. So exciting. I told my husband, I think it was last night, I was like, you know, we should have another kid. There's no kids around anymore. We should have another kid. And he just like laughed. He thought that was funny. I mean, I say it in jest, but you know, your kids get older and they're never around and you're like, I just need to wait for grandchildren. I'm sure some of you have felt that way before. All right, October 31. We're gonna put that on there with dimensionals. And then this one also in dimensionals. So that just kind of takes the sentiment. Oops, it's crooked. Or the stamp, and kind of just elevates it a little bit when you've made those two different colors like that. Okay, now this one right here, we're gonna make a candy corn colored eek. Does that make sense? Candy corn colored eek. So we're gonna get 2 blending brushes and Daffodil Delight and Timid Tiger. And in my experience with making this, I found that I'm just going to apply Daffodil Delight about, I don't know, halfway up. And I'm not gonna add the orange until we've actually die cut the words. Because I found that if I did the ink first, the proportions were not correct. So I thought, okay, let's just do the yellow and then we'll add in the orange afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna actually take this and we're gonna cut a banner out of it. Okay, we're gonna use it like it's patterned paper. And you might even be able to get 2 banners out of 1. This is the Stylish Shape middle-sized banner. I know, Nancy, I do. I was just thinking that. I don't have any friends right now with babies, and I need to find some babies in my life, get my baby fix out. All right, so let me move this so you can see it. So we're cutting that like that, and we're cutting this with a little bit of white at the top, and then the yellow. And then see, if I had added the orange, it would have been too, in my mind, I could not get it proportionately how I needed it to do. I was making my colors too big, so I thought, let's just do it after we die cut it. And I should have put an adhesive sheet behind that, but I did not do that. So, oh well, we'll just have to be careful with our glue. All right, bring that paper back. Get your Timid Tiger or your pumpkin pie. And you know what? I think it needs more yellow, actually. Let's go up a little bit more. Maybe we should just not do any color at all. Just cut it out of white. I was afraid I would rip it if I did that. All right, and then just add a little bit of your orange, like that. And there you go, cute. It's very cute, if I must say so myself. I think it's very cute. Okay, a couple of dimensionals. One, where is my dimensional bowl today? Right here. I've just been tossing dimensional backings without a care in the world, just tossing them everywhere. All right, and then I'm gonna get, did I lose the banner that I cut out, you guys? It's right here, okay. I thought I had lost it. Yesterday, I cut out, well, I'll show you. I cut this from gold, and I put glue on it and let it sit there for a while, you know, so it would be like not liquidy. And then I lost it. I could not find it. I thought, is it glued to my shirt? Is it glued to the bottom of my shoe? Who knows? It never showed up. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. All right, I'm going to take those 2 spider webs and do that. And then come over here and we'll add this right there. And then we'll do a little glue. I'll show you that card in just a second. I only have one bonus project for you this week with this one. I was too busy making my mini album yesterday and the day before. All right, let's put that there. Eek. So cute. All right, and then we're gonna just add this like that with some dimensionals like that and kind of leaning to the left a little bit. And then we've got the little foam stars, and we'll put a couple like this, like that. And there you go. There's your third Halloween project for today. No TV talk today. Nancy, I'm glad you brought that up. We are watching 2 things right now. Only Murders in the Building, which is good always. And the new Chad Powers show. Okay, I have to give you guys a caveat on that. It's Glenn Powell, and he's playing a football player who's been disgraced, and he's wearing a costume trying out for a college football team. It's on Hulu, and this is based on a story that Eli Manning did years ago, where I guess it was a documentary or whatever, where he actually did this. And so I could not wait to see it. It came on this week, and it's good, but it has a lot of gross humor, which I don't love, but I mean, it is a football movie, so, you know, I guess it's excused. But anyway, if you like sports, if you like Glenn Powell, if you like football, if you like funny, try it. It's called Chad Powers. It's on Hulu. What are you guys watching? Anything? Blood of My Blood, we are behind, and we're going to watch that tonight. We're going to catch up. We've got like 3 episodes to watch of that. Oh, and you know what? I got excited this week because this is when all the normal TV shows come back on. So Abbott Elementary came back on this week. That is one of my favorite shows. If you guys have not watched Abbott Elementary, it is hilarious. And I don't know if it's just because I was a teacher that I find it hilarious, but it is one of my favorites. It's super funny. So anyways, what have you guys been watching? Only Murders in the Building is good. It's, I don't know, this season, I don't know. It's good. I will say that. It's good. It's good. I guess it's lost its newness, you know, but it's still funny. It's still pretty hilarious. Usually, the first 3 seasons I watched by myself, and then my husband started coming in when I was watching it, and then he would start, be like, this is good. And so now we watch it together. Demon Slayer. That sounds something scary, Lisa. Banana Ball. Yes, Nancy, I did see the Banana Ball. Like, I guess they're doing like, I don't know. I've seen that on TV too. And also weird and funny. Okay, you guys, leave in the comments. Let us know what you're watching. We all want to know what's next to watch. There was something else coming. Oh, we finished Wednesday. I feel like that kind of thing. I think that's all. Landman season 2 is coming out. I didn't like season 1, so I'm not going to watch that. It was too much for me. Oh, anime. My girls love anime, so I'm sure they watch that too. Okay, you guys, that's it then for me. Oh, here's my card that I was going to show you. I lost the other eek. Is it glued under one of these pieces? No, but this gold eek, I lost it. And I don't know where it went. Literally, it's gone. But that'll be on my blog on Monday. There's another gold spider for you. I did get this at my $1 Million Sales Achiever retreat, and it's from Jill Olson. Isn't it cute? She used one of our, look, can you tell I opened a corner so that I can have a candy. Ah, busted. Anyway, they're sour, and they're too sour for me. They're the sour Myconites, I think. But cute, right? So cute. And she did emboss that too. But this is one of the iridescent cellophane bags. I mean, I can't have candy in here and not eat it. I have zero self-control. I'm weak. It's embarrassing. All right, you guys, that is it for me this week. If you would like this as a make and take kit, I will send it to you for free if you place an order of $50 or more. This does not apply to starter kits. Sometimes I have people ask me that. This does not apply to a starter kit order. It has to be a regular purchase. One of the rules of starter kits is that we can't say, if you buy this, then I'll send you this. So that would be that. So this is only for customer orders. But you can order anything you want as long as it's $50. And the PDF is free to everyone, whether you order or not. Okay? All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Deadline for that is Monday at midnight. And next week, I'll be back with a fluffy squirrel. Have you guys seen the little fluffy squirrel bundle? Very, very cute and fun. And that is it for me. That is it for me today, you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope it cools off where you are. I hope you enjoy some fall weather. Bye, guys. Have a great week.